zusammen, wenn wir über Proteinfuttermittel reden, dann müssen wir natürlich auch über die Sojabohne reden. Ich bin für euch heute in den Staaten unterwegs. Ich bin nämlich in Illinois und spreche mit einem Farmer. Er baut schon seit vielen, vielen Jahren Sojabohnen an. Also, kommt mit!
Well, I saw you setting the mood like a light in the smoky room, dancing to the blues like a dish.
My name is Mark Reed. I'm a Central Illinois farmer that farms corn and soybeans. So my wife is German, so okay. I don't speak German, but she does. Soybeans and corn are our main two crops. Some people plant a little wheat in this area, but mainly corn and soybeans on my farm since 1976.
Oh, wow, okay.
So I'm an old farmer.
You're an old farmer. Okay, and which opportunities does soy offer for you?
Well, mainly, I'm not sure what you want me to say on this one, but it's a good crop and it's a good rotation crop with corn. So, and right now we plant about as many acres of soybeans as corn in the United States.
Okay, what about the necessary soil conditions?
Well, basically the soil conditions have to be right when you plant. You don't plant when it's real wet. So you want good soil, seed to soil contact, and enough moisture that the seed is in moisture so it'll start growing right away.
Okay, and how do you handle the marketing? What happens with the soybeans?
How do you handle the nitrogen?
Do you know what about the handling?
Handling.
The handling. Do you store it, or what happens with the soybeans after harvesting?
Okay, after harvesting the soybeans, we'll be storing them, and a lot of that's because right now the river is low, and so the basis is very wide. So we'll be storing them, and then probably start selling them in December, January, and throughout the year.
So sustainability is a big topic when we talk about soybeans. What does sustainability means to you?
Well, sustainability might mean a little bit different to me. I think our farm has been in that sustainability motion for many years. We've been implementing no-till and strip-till, and now we're doing cover crops. And basically, I'm a fourth-generation farmer, so sustainability is keeping it going for a long time.
Okay.
Making the soil better.
Okay. Those are GM crops, genetically modified crops?
Yes.
Okay. Do you also have crops that are kind of produced with new methods like CRISPR-Cas or something like this?
No, we haven't on our farms. We've got some farmers that are doing non-GMO crops, and we had done those before too. But basically, the weed control is much better. You're not handling insecticides as much. So basically, we're raising corn and soybeans and mainly modified
but the
GMOs.
Classical methods, they are produced, right? Not the newest methods of...
Well, we're doing it, the newest methods would be no-till and strip-till.
Yeah. And
so we've been using, but some of those aren't new to us because we've been doing them for 25 years.
Yeah, okay. But if we're talking about genetics, then they are genetically modified with methods that are there since I don't know how many years, so nothing that is new coming.
No, but we'll implement new varieties and so forth with maybe new genetics in the future.
But not at this time.
And maybe more so on the corn end because we have insects that for corn borer and earworm and so forth, and sometimes you have to use insecticides. And sometimes if you can breed that into the corn, it's much safer for us farmers than using insecticide or spraying it aerially. It's better if you can do it in the seed. So sometimes it's safer to do it, to have the modified genetic version of the product.
You're already talking about insecticides. What about fungicides?
Fungicide, we do spray fungicide. These beans in this field that Harold did have fungicide on them.
Okay.
We do that usually one time on soybeans, and we also have been spraying fungicide on corn if it needs it.
Okay, so you're very successfully working here already. What about the expectation of your yields?
Our yield expectations probably around 70 bushel an acre in this field. So far we've averaged from 60 65 to my farmers had 87 bushel beans so far.
Oh, okay.
But those are excellent soybean yields.
Yeah.
We've just had perfect weather this year around our area.
Okay.
So the norm would be maybe more closer to 60, 65 bushel now.
Okay, so it was very dry in summer, and then you had enough rain, or what was perfect for the soybeans?
After July 4th, we had a dry period, and then we had some rain, and that probably benefited the soybeans much more because the late rains is really what makes your yield there.
Yeah.
But we had pretty good rain, a little more rain here than most places.
Okay, so looking into the future, what will you change, or what will be improved, or do more on soybean?
We will probably do just a few more soybeans next year. I've raised a little more corn than soybeans, truthfully.
Okay.
And I have some irrigation, and it seems like I get a little better yields out of the corn than I do soybeans. But we're improving on that. This year we had 75 bushel soybeans under irrigation, and that was a field that we had people out to watch throughout the year.
And the demand on soybean is still increasing, right? So there's a chance in future to...
Yes, demand is increasing, both on the oil side, we're using more for fuel, and also for your normal vegetable oils and stuff like that. So it actually has this high demand for the oil as the meal. When you crush soybeans, you get oil and meal, for those of you that don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Okay. So you are harvesting here for feeding, right? The soybeans?
Well, these will be whole soybeans, and they'll be sold, and they will be crushed, and then the oil and the meal will be sold separately. The meal will be sold mainly for cattle and hogs for animals, and the oil will go mainly into cooking purposes.
Yeah. Okay, that was very interesting. Thank you very much.
Well,
I think I can take much information to Germany, also for the German farmers, to produce more soybean, to grow more soybeans. So thank you very much.
Okay, I appreciate it.
Thank you.